my whole life too.
Well, it's Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, and you're watching Knightline Live. I'm Jerry Middleton. Along with me, as usual, is Rick Fletcher. And, Rick, you caught me unsurprised at Canal Days.
Well, I was in Cambridge City. Of course, I live in Cambridge City now, for those of you who don't know. And I was at Sunday afternoon. It was Canal Days. And didn't I find Jerry Middleton entertaining the crowd? So that was Jerry impersonating Elvis.
Well, I got to tell you, Rick, is this. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So the inside story is Jerry has this Elvis thing going on. So I saw that. I had to take the video. And, hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It's been a while since we've been on, so
yeah.
lots happening.
And just a quick reminder, well, next Wednesday we'll be here at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back to, on the 25th, back to normal Monday nights.
Yeah, we got a lot of volleyball
Yeah.
live stream broadcasts coming up. So we decided to go with Wednesday night this week and next week. But we'll try to get back on schedule. Things get hectic sometimes.
It gets crazy around here.
All right. Well, there's been a lot going on. I think we want to start with volleyball, don't we? I mean,
Well, yeah,
girls' volleyball team.
Let's start off with volleyball. Volleyball, since we last talked, has done quite well. They beat Richmond, they beat Seton, they beat, and then they beat Winchester last night.
And they beat Connorsville.
They beat Connorsville, but
they had a tough match up
they
at South Adams.
ran into the buzzsaw at South Adams,
Yeah.
which was funny because South Adams was ranked 7th and we were ranked 3rd or 4th, I believe it was, and South Adams gets beat by the number 1 team in 3A and fell out of the top 10.
Yeah, well, I will tell you, I know they lost to Belmont. Okay,
Yeah.
Belmont,
Yeah.
the championship team.
Yeah.
And boy, I was up there in South Adams to see that game right there. It wasn't. The South Adams was good.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're a good ball club.
They were the real deal. So Jerry, I want to ask you. You're a volleyball coach. Okay, you've been at this a lot longer than I have. We've talked a lot because I was also in Winchester last night. Now Winchester, we've seen they've been kind of iffy this year, but last night they played the lights out of it last night. So I want to ask you. We've talked all year about volleyball team that target on their back.
Yeah.
All right. Is that having an effect, or can it have an effect?
It has an effect because I know when I coached, everybody wanted to beat us.
Okay.
And it, maybe not necessarily because we were Northeastern, maybe it was because it was me. But, but everybody always seemed to play better against us than they did other people that we've watched. And so, yes, I say that that's always a thing because people want to beat you.
Right.
And sometimes it's not that they just want to, they're willing themselves to do it.
Well, I mean, really, you saw, I'll talk about last night's game against Winchester. They're a young team, a lot
Absolutely.
of freshmen. Boy, we'll look out for those guys in
Yeah.
the future because they're going to be good as long as they get some pieces in there. But they've been struggling this year. I've seen
Yeah.
them play, and the team that I saw last night from Winchester was not the team I saw before. They came out and they played great. They really gave us a run for the money. Now we won 3-1, all right, and the one loss was a tight set. There was a couple of sets we pretty much dominated, and two were pretty close, but. There can be, with that number 4 ranking that we saw, that puts a little pressure on high school kids.
Yeah.
So what you want to see from the Lady Knights is maybe a little refocus here, okay? Because in the beginning of the first probably half dozen, 7-8 ball games, Jerry, they were playing great. I mean, they were really playing well, and we saw very few mistakes by this team. Over the last week, we've seen a few more mistakes. Last night, we did see I saw a few serving errors that maybe we haven't seen in the past. But
Here's what I want to say about this. You want to play loose. You want to play aggressive. And the fine thing, I guess the team I can say is the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Reds are young. they're having fun, and they're just playing loose.
Yeah.
And they've got, what, 48 come from behind wins, which is unheard of. And so I think with the volleyball in the beginning, everything was loose and everything was fun. Now you start getting some notoriety and people start saying, we're going to play them a little bit different. Another thing that happens is we have gone from teams that have 2 points of attack to South Adams, who's basically 4 points of attack, the same as what we have.
Right.
But their attacks were, they were getting a lot of first ball kills. So you get first ball kills, you have no opportunity to retaliate to that. But so the other teams that we've been playing that have 2 points of attack and we have 4 points of attack, that's what's winning ball games for us right now.
Well, even though there's that, if there's that perceived pressure or whatever that might be, hey, you're still 10-1.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in the mix for a Tri-Eastern Conference championship, which we haven't had around here for a while.
Well, in the rebound, you rebound from that loss.
Yeah.
The next day,
it was
24-hour turnaround.
Back-to-back, long trip to South Adams. Okay,
I know that trip.
You're home late.
Yeah.
Then you got to go right back out on the road again the next day. The schedule makers weren't kind to you. I tell you what.
And so you do that, and you come back and you win on the road a conference match, and that's a tough place to play.
To a team that was amped up.
Yeah, and they were amped up, and especially the previous night. They got it taken to them at Blue River. Blue River just beat them to a pulp. And, and again, Coach Kurtz up there, he's got to be happy that they rebounded how they did.
Yeah.
They could have tanked.
Yeah, I honestly thought Jerry Winchester played great.
Yeah.
But, I'm still going back. We think our team is a good team.
Yeah.
Okay, we got, like you say, 4 points of attack. Not every team. We're going to play a lot of teams that don't have that.
Correct.
And, when you've got the senior leadership with this team, that's another thing that you have going for you, a lot of senior leadership. And girls who have been through the wars, they were part of that team last year that went to the regional championship. They're still hungry for that, okay?
Yep.
Now, meat of the season is upon us here. It's coming. Who's coming to town tomorrow night?
Union County.
Union County. Who is the defending champion? Do we know who they are?
I think it's Union County.
Union County, all right. So finally, there's a couple things going on. Number one, Union County is always going to be good.
Absolutely.
Right? You can expect their best every time you see them. They're Tri-Eastern Conference defending champions, okay, which they've won that between them and Hagerstown a lot over the last few years. The other thing is, who won in the sectionals last year? We beat them. Do you think they might have revenge on their mind?
Oh, I'm sure they're thinking about that.
Yeah, and they always bring a crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, so the crowd's going to be there. Hey, shout out to our cheer block. You guys got to be there tomorrow night, and you got to be loud and be respectful. Be respectful to the players, okay? But that doesn't mean you can't scream in their ear either.
That's
okay?
right.
you be loud. You guys were great last time. We had a little talking to before the game, and you guys responded. I know. The football team comes up in and get the whole team there, all right? You guys all ought to be there because you're coming out of your dinner, your homecoming dinner. You come on in, go right to the gym, go right to the cheer block. This is going to be a big game tomorrow night against Union County. There's a lot on the line on this match right here.
Yeah, it's going to be really big.
Yeah, it is, Jerry. And we haven't had a lot of those things, those types of matches here in the last few years. But now we have an opportunity to have a match of that caliber here. And, hey, show up, be there. It should be a good crowd. Let's be boisterous and let's have a lot of fun. We'll be there on the Knights Broadcasting Network. We'll have that game because it's a home game. So we'll be there. But this team is a lot of fun, our team, okay? There's a lot of good players. I'm glad they had a chance to get in the gym today just to practice, all right? Even if they weren't practicing hard, just to get their mental, faculties in the right frame of mind. And, because they've been playing a lot of volleyball here, a lot of matches. So tomorrow's a big game, and we're looking forward to it. And hopefully you guys will show up and, pack out the house. So.
Whew, that's going to be big, big, big.
Yeah, it's going to be big. So, anyways, volleyball 10-1. They're probably still ranked somewhere, but you know what? Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Who cares about rankings? What's going to matter is when you get into the sectional, who wins, who goes on to regional, semi-state, and
it all matters how you play the first night of your sectional.
Absolutely.
That's when it matters.
Yeah, and we saw that last year.
And
we were right there and we saw the whole thing.
The last 2 weeks of the night season last year, you could see something happen, and that's exactly what happened. But 10-1, hey, I'll take it.
Well, absolutely. Even though there might be, some things potentially going on as far as, if it's pressure, I don't know what to call it. If you're going through some adversity, you're still winning, okay, through the adversity. Now, they're going to figure it out, okay? They're going to get back to where they can be. And so it can be an exciting finish for them. But anyways, Jerry, so tomorrow night, be in the gym. We're going to look forward to it. And big crowd, a lot of noise. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so we have players of the game, so we thought we'd run a couple of those. So we're going to do that. We're going to go into commercials, and when we get back, we're going to have a segment with the senior cross-country runners.
I've got to ask them if they've seen any lions at Rushville.
Yeah, we'll find out when we
Okay,
get
we'll
back
have to
there.
find out.
All right, take us in, Jerry.
We'll be back in just after this message on Knightline Live.
So I'm here with our players of the game, Lily Null and Gracie Summer. So, Lily, I want to talk to you first. You're a killing machine out there, so tell us what was going on.
Just staying composed, hitting good shots, just playing for my team, having a great game.
That first set, okay, either way, but you guys held together. Is there a mental aspect to the game that you guys are finding that you actually have? Because you have to really be mentally tough in that first set.
Just next ball mentality, never let it get to you. Just stay focused and be mentally prepared to be ready to pass, serve, hit the next ball.
All right, once you hand the headphones to, this is how we do it here on the Knights Broadcasting Network. We can only afford a couple of headsets here, so that's how we're going to do it. Gracie, congratulations. You're one of our Subway players of the game. I look at you as kind of like a spiritual leader of this team. I think they look up to you. Now you got a big week ahead. Talk about the week upcoming. You got Union County next week. You've got Winchester. You're going to South Adams, a big school. Talk about that and how you guys are going to prepare.
I think as a team we're really good with staying together with hard games coming up. So I feel like we'll just all stay together, stick together the whole first set, next ball mentality. Not getting in our heads when first ball whatever. But staying together as a team and just trusting our coach and knowing what's best for our team. So
all right. So here's a real question here. You guys are rated number 4. That puts a target on your back. We've talked about that, Jerry and I, quite a bit, all right? Does that put any extra pressure on you, or does that fire you up?
I feel like it fires our team up a lot, especially coming from, last year with SB, sectional championships. We had that goal still. So, yeah.
And all right, our Subway player of the game, no stranger, that's Emma Neely. All right, Emma, I want to ask about this game right here. It was a struggle, a lot of this. I mean, back and forth we went. Tell us what was going on out there.
They definitely picked up on us. They were digging for sure. They definitely had passing for us, which we haven't really seen that big of competition this year. So I feel like they definitely brought it tonight, and it was a good competition. It was a good game to watch,
all right,
definitely.
So you guys are 8-0.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to ask you, came out this week, number 4 in the state.
Yes.
This is rare territory for us. Did that have any effect on this game right here, or you tell me?
Yeah, I'm very proud of this team, actually, because we definitely came out to play. We're definitely being aggressive. We're on it. that was definitely big news to us. We're definitely excited as a team, and I feel like it's going to keep pushing us to bring more and more to the table.
All right, you got big couple weeks coming.
Yeah.
Seton's here. They always give us trouble.
Yeah.
Then next week.
Next week is a really big week
and
for us. We have Union County.
Union County's coming here. You got to go to Winchester and play them in a TEC match. Oh, and another top team, top 10 team in South Adams.
Yes.
And you guys are going up there, back-to-back road games. Talk about those teams and what do you expect?
We definitely have a lot coming up this week, coming up with South Adams, which is a big school for us, which we're excited, which is some new competition. And then we have some TEC matchups this week, which I hope that we're going to bring it. They're definitely competition, especially with Union County. They definitely have targets on our back from sectionals.
Yeah, you guys,
that's going to be a
we
good
talked
game.
about that early in the year.
Yeah.
Targets on your back now. So far, you
especially
guys.
Especially with us being undefeated, everyone wants to beat us.
They want a piece of you right
Yep.
now. Well, congratulations, Emma. Good game.
At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. That fear is the only enemy, the only thing keeping you from feeling that power in your bones. And here we are, right here, right now. Let's fly.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
KOA Exit 151A, registration and the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin. Relax at one of the fire pits or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and Rick, I'm totally disappointed in this. They did not go to Rushville, so there was no lion sightings in Rushville this year, so I'm a little disappointed about that, but they did get to see a train at Monroe Central, or two trains.
Well, hey, I'm still back on Blake Hampton's rapping career here, okay? Little off-air humor there. All right, let's get serious here. We got our cross-country guys here, seniors. They're there's 4 seniors or 5 seniors, but you guys are here. I've got Nolan Drake, Bryson McFarland, and Logan Smith. Guys, thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Nolan, we know you very well from everything. How long? What does it take? I want to ask about cross country because the idea of going out there and running a 5K for a lot of people is like, what? Are you crazy? All right. Yeah. So what's the motivation for a guy like you? You've been doing it quite a while, right?
Yeah.
So what's the motivation as far as being on the cross country team?
Motivation is just seeing other people succeed, and you just wanting to have that joy of watching them succeed, I guess.
Yeah. How about yourself?
So-
You want to succeed, right?
Oh yeah, I want to succeed.
And how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it since 7th grade.
7th grade. Okay, so you've been doing it a long time.
Oh yeah.
And you've seen you've been on some very successful teams.
Yeah.
Does that add pressure to you guys as seniors? Now you're the top dogs, okay? You've seen a lot of good runners pass through the program. Does that what does that do? Is there any extra pressure on you guys, or is there motivation to, fulfill the
Yeah.
legacy that was set before you? Or
Yeah.
tell us what happened.
I think there's a motivation, a lot of it, because my freshman year kind of got that pressure put on me.
Okay.
Because we needed that, like, one more spot, just one more. And
Okay.
I'd be that guy, but going through the years, there was just less pressure and more motivation for me.
Okay. All right, Bryston. So we'll start out by asking, so how long have you been running cross country?
Since 5th grade.
So you've been around a long time.
Yes,
So you do you run track also, or
Yes, sir.
You do. Okay, so it's a natural progression for a lot of people who do cross country and track. So
I guess so.
all right, so I'm going to ask you a little bit different track. So now you're a senior this year.
Mhm.
You told us off air. What are you doing after school?
Going to the Marines.
Marines, okay?
Sure.
That's not an easy thing, but, good luck and congratulations to you. So, you guys are out there, you put a lot of time into track, a lot of time into cross-country preparation and all that. Plus, you got these things going on as a senior. How do you manage all that right there?
Yeah, I don't know. I just be going throughout my day.
You're kind of like the rest of us, huh? Just
Yeah.
whatever comes up, that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah, 70 sitcom show, one day at a time.
So what's your motivation? Why do you like cross country?
I like it for the guys,
Yeah.
They make it more fun
Yeah.
and just cooler.
Well, there is.
Cool, yeah.
I've been to some cross country meets, and there's a lot of camaraderie. Not just amongst your teammates, but you see probably a lot of the same people a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of camaraderie with guys you might know on other teams. Is that natural? Does that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I talked to a bunch of people.
Yeah. So you know a lot of people from like other schools, and because you see them a lot, right? You're always trying to beat them, or they're trying to beat you. So. All right, Logan, you have an interesting story that we talked a little bit about off air. Tell us, this is only your second year of cross country.
Yeah, I started junior year.
Junior year. So tell us how that all came down. I'm guessing you've always had the talent because you're the number one guy this year.
Yeah.
So tell us how that all went down.
It all kind of started where, like, when I first started track, the guys always tried convincing me to come out and they're like, hey, we could probably use you, blah, blah, blah. And I even had, like, the coaches like Tyler Hostetler and Eric Nolan and all them. They were like...
So you've been on the track team?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is how I kind of started, was my track career. And then junior year, they're like, hey, why don't you just try it? They finally convinced my mom because the scheduling was pretty hard for me with trying to fit everything in.
Yeah.
But then we just kind of caved in on it, and then I just ended up seeing a lot of growth and just carried on from then.
All right, so I'm assuming you came back for your senior year, so I'm assuming you found success. All right,
I saw a lot of success last year,
and it worked out. I guess whatever that scheduling conflicts are, you were able to work those out and get that done. All right, Logan. So I'm going to ask you again. Like I was talking to Nolan, you guys have had a history, at least, especially on the boys' side, of a lot of success in cross country. So what's our prospects for this year? As far as, and my second part of that question is it important for you as a senior to leave a legacy for the underclassmen?
I think it's important to leave a legacy for the underdogs that are coming up because I feel like they could live up to it as long as they show the most effort that we're showing. Because that's just my mentality and my motivation is, hey, the younger ones are looking up to us, so what kind of motivation is that if we're over here on our knees gasping for breath when we could just keep pushing and it's all mental.
Yeah, okay.
So that way they can look up to us and be like, hey, I want to be like them.
You want to show the way.
So they can, that way they can just keep pushing, just keep going. That they can just keep going.
Yeah, a lot running is like that. You know, you got to find that next gear, and you know that's where your training's important, and that type of thing.
Well, Nolan, now I heard a rumor, and it's probably true. And I heard that your cross-country career actually started because your sisters would chase you around, Kelly and Anna. Is there any truth to that?
A little bit. I think a bigger one was I had a lot of energy when I was young. My mom would drop me about a mile down the road out the van.
Told you to run home?
Run home.
That's cool.
She'd follow me in the car, and I'd basically die when I get home.
Hey, that's an excellent parenting. Bonnie, if you're watching now, that's an excellent parenting technique. So
yes, I love it.
Get that energy out before you come in the door.
Yeah, the farmers got concerned. They're like, why is he running?
That's a great story right there. That's a great story. I like that one. Logan, so after you graduate this year, you won't be a fifth-year senior, I hope. And
COVID year.
We've talked about that before. Sometimes it happens.
You guys are all on track, right?
So, after you graduate, what kind of plans are you thinking about doing?
I forgot to mention that earlier. I'm actually looking to run for college also. So running for college and also doing student ministry and growing more into my faith as I go on out. So getting more into the real world, as it kind of helped me through cross country and school years.
Now, is there any particular schools that you're looking at?
My top number one pick would be IWU, Indiana Wesleyan, if I could.
Wildcats.
Yeah, the Wildcats, if I can get there.
That's where Chase and the Cates twins, they went up there.
They went there. But then the second option is Oakland City University.
Yep.
And so I got to have some one-on-one conversations with the Oakland City coach and told me kind of what his perspective was, and so kind of leaning towards him right now.
Here's what I'll say about Oakland City. You cannot get there from here. It's impossible to go straight. You got to go Terre Haute down.
Where is that located, by the way? Is that
Oakland City, Indiana?
Yeah.
It is.
South of Vincennes.
It's towards the boot of Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards the
All
boot,
right.
towards the toe.
Yeah.
All right.
Home of Red Skelton, Vincennes.
So you want to run in college. I mean, when you get there, everybody's as good as you. I mean, that's typically what you're going to find. So, Bryston, we already talked about your future plans, but go ahead and tell us what your motivation. You want to be in the Marines, right? So, why is that? Tell us what's going on with that. I'm putting you right on the spot, aren't I?
For fun.
I got to tell you, there's no preparation for this. We just throw them out there and let these guys take the question.
Tell them you want to drive a tank or blow stuff up. I mean, all that's good answers.
Free travel.
Set myself up for the future, I guess.
Yeah. That's a good...
More options.
And it is. I mean, if you do 20 years in the service, your pension is great, and you come out and you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And so forth, and see the world, enjoy that. It's a wonderful thing.
So you're going to have an opportunity to pick a field once you get in, through all the training and whatever. Yeah. Is there something you're interested in, or is it that's something you're going to find out when you...
Something I'll find out. I'm still looking at all my options.
Okay, because there's a lot of...
I haven't decided yet.
There's a lot of options.
There's a lot.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've seen some of those, or at least you've made aware of some of those. All right. Okay, Farmer Drake here. What do you want to do when you get out of here?
Plan is to go to Purdue University.
All right.
Boil her up.
Boil her up. Yeah. Hammer down.
And what do you want to study?
Agricultural.
Agriculture.
Not sure exactly which.
Yeah, a lot of different avenues.
Oh, yeah. Tons of ag econ.
Yeah.
Let me see. I can't think of all of them. That's what Lexi.
Crop science.
Crop science.
Livestock. Yeah.
But your family. You come from a family of farmers.
Yeah, we got a deep history of farming.
Yeah. So obviously you develop an interest because you're in it all the time. I'm sure you've worked on the farm once or twice.
A couple times.
All right. So Purdue, here we come. Go Boilermakers, I guess.
Oh yeah.
You have to catch some volleyball up there at
Right.
Purdue.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, I was up there Friday night.
And wrestling.
Yeah.
And wrestling.
Yeah.
A little basketball.
Probably
Football,
not. Football. Yeah.
You know, we don't, can't be good
Probably
at
not.
everything. Can't be good at everything.
All right, so you guys all do track, right?
Oh,
All
yeah.
three. And do you any other sports, other activities? I know Logan. You said you're involved in student ministry, and I know you're from Life Spring Church. Okay, one of our spine sponsors, by the way. And I know you've worked in the student ministry there with Gibson. So, well, good luck to all you guys. Anything else, Jerry?
Well, we've implemented this great segment right here where you guys get to ask us one question. Any question that's on your mind that you're just dying to know the answer to, for we have all the knowledge. You can come to the mountain right now.
Any questions?
Any question.
Now, usually it's met with just like you guys are doing, I have no idea what to ask. But if there's a burning question you want to ask.
And there usually is. The girls usually have burning questions.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, is volleyball really your favorite sport? Yeah, see?
If you could live stream any sport that we don't have, what would it be?
That we don't have at school or we don't currently do?
Like we don't have like swimming or soccer or lacrosse or something like that?
Rugby.
Rugby.
Rugby would be fun. That'd be an interesting one. Rugby.
You know, that's a good question. You know, something that would be fun. Two things. I mean, I think the archery would be cool,
That'd be a good
and
one.
we may try and do some of that because of our camera stuff we have now. And the other one, I think would be fun to do would be bowling.
Bowling?
I think some bowling would be fun to do.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I tell you, in the spring when you guys have track, I think we're on the plans is to do the night invite if we can.
The night invite we're going to try and do. And with all of our wireless cameras, we can be in different places and get everything. So,
but I tell you, I just drew a blank. That was
Men's volleyball?
No, I mean,
that'd be a good one.
we love volleyball.
Hey, we
It's whatever sport we're doing, we love to do. Okay, we've obviously expanded a lot this year because we're doing football now, and we'll be doing baseball and softball. Hopefully softball.
Yeah.
So a lot of opportunity. If you guys are looking for something to do, we could use your help. But I'll tell you what I would love to try to do is a golf tournament, like the TEC
That'd be cool.
or something like that. We talked about how we would do that. We're not big. This right there. This is all we are. We're not CBS. Okay?
I've been practicing, Rick. Okay, they've got a 20-foot pole. This goes down and breaks to the left. Let's see how well they can hit this one.
So
see, I'm on it.
So we've talked about that would be a fun thing to do. Okay, and just looking for now. I don't know a thing about track, honestly, but we think it would be fun to do a track meet, right? Because it would be enjoyable. So. The night invite is the big track meet that you guys do every year.
Yep.
So
senior night.
That's probably the one where we want to be. So, anyways, I don't know if that answered your question or we just went off on a tangent.
Well, gentlemen, I think it's about it for our cross-country guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this evening. Appreciate it, and good luck on your run. Run fast, run fleet, and don't fall down.
Yeah.
Because
rain or shine, right, guys? Doesn't matter if it's raining.
Yeah, see, now that's where it gets good when it's in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I want rain.
Yeah, there you go. A little mud, a little rubbing, a little racing. We'll be back after these messages on Knightline Live.
Coming together every day to make a difference for you, for me, and everyone in between. Because at Dot Foods, when we celebrate each other's differences and work together to make the community a better place, we become great together. At Dot Foods, what matters to you matters to us, where communities matter. Dot Foods.
Dreaming of having more space? With a mortgage from First Financial, you're golden. We keep things simple with friendly, personalized service from application to closing. We'll help you find the right mortgage loan to fit your unique needs. Plus, you can qualify for relationship pricing with an eligible checking account. And since we live in the communities we serve, you can count on our local knowledge to make sure the pieces fall into place for an on-time closing. So stop dreaming and start moving with First Financial Bank.
Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax. Welcome back to Knightline Live, and you just saw the cross country on there. Now we're going to go to a different sport here.
And it is a sport.
And it is a sport, and if you don't think it is, just tell them it's not, and you'll find out that it is.
In a hurry.
In a hurry. So we're going to talk a little bit of cheer, and they had a big competition over at Eastern Hancock.
Yeah, they were. They're in. I don't know if it's a league or a schedule of competitions that leads up to a state final. Yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I know they have several competitions before, and November 4th is the state finals at Newcastle. So they're doing competitions, okay?
Yeah.
And they were in their first competition on Saturday, Jerry, at Eastern Hancock, and by golly, number one. Hey, where do you go from there? You only
can go up, Rick, from number one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And these ladies, they work hard. Okay. This is not easy. They were here during the summertime. Yeah. We talked to the senior cheerleaders before, and they got their routine going on, and it's a lot of work, and this is athletics at its purest form in my estimation.
Well,
some of the stunts they can do, and some of the moves, and
everything's got to be precision.
Yeah.
And unlike, we'll say, basketball, and you say you need to pick this person, well, guess what? You might have to change something.
Yeah.
Because that person didn't go there. Here, it's a set structure. And if this messes up, then that messes up, and then it's a downward spiral.
Timing is, you got to be on time, in time, and and that's the nature of the beast.
Absolutely.
And so, congratulations to the competition cheerleading squad.
Yeah.
They went down to Eastern Hancock. Now, my understanding from last year, Eastern Hancock was the team to beat, or one of the teams to beat. So they went into that gym right there at Eastern Hancock, and they came out number one in their division. There's different divisions, and I'm not exactly sure how that all goes down. But you know what? Really, congratulations.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you can go anywhere and you walk out with the hardware, that's a great day.
You're in good shape. Well, cheerleading has its fun side.
Yep.
All right, it always does. You see them at football and basketball, typically. So I was at Lincoln the other night, and I shot a few videos of the cheerleaders in their thing, and also had a little interview with some of them. Sometimes, Jerry, interviews go off the rails, but they're the most fun, okay? And I have to tell you, you're going to see it right here, but I interviewed 3 cheerleaders, okay? And they're going to introduce themselves on the video, but they were a lot of fun. So if they're watching, you guys were great, and we're going to show that right now. And after this, we'll go into commercial, and we'll come back, and we'll probably talk a little football.
Yeah, we'll talk some football, 4-0.
4-0,
yeah.
Not bad. All right, you're watching Knightline, and we're live.
Get tough! Let's fire up! Knights! Get tough! Let's fire up! Knights! Get tough! Let's fire up! And gold, let's go! Green and gold, let's
All right, we're here at Lincoln High School at halftime of the football game between the Knights and the Golden Eagles. I'm here with 3 of the Knights cheerleaders. They're going to introduce themselves, so go ahead, ladies.
My name's Jocelyn Brown, Braylee Day, Gracie York.
All right, Jocelyn, I want to ask you, what is the funnest thing you like about cheerleading?
Stunting.
Stunting, okay? That's it? You want to expound on that a little bit?
And don't laugh. And getting closer with my teammates and hanging out with them, outside of cheer too.
All right, so how about you? What's the same question? I'm going to ask you guys all the same question.
I like stunting too.
Stunting? All right, what's the funnest thing about stunting? Is there a certain stunt you like to do?
I like to do switch-ups.
Switch-ups, what is that? For the uninitiated out there.
Where you hold one foot and then they switch. I don't know how to explain it.
All right. Well, this could be a disaster, ladies. You understand millions of people are going to see this video. So, all right, but we'll have fun. All right. So what's your favorite stunt, I guess? It's all stunting, right?
Well, can I answer what's the most fun thing about cheer?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I like to stunt and I like to learn new things and I like to get closer with all my teammates.
All right. Well, right out of the handbook. That sounds great. Okay, so this has been a tough game. Is this a tough game to cheer in right here because of the score?
No.
It's really boring.
Yeah. Home games are always the hardest.
Yeah, they are. But is it better if it's a close game or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way more fun. There's way more energy.
And it's intense and it's easier to cheer because you actually can cheer on your team.
Yeah.
All right. All right, well, you heard it there, folks. You know, these guys are experts in the cheering department here. So I want to thank you guys for showing up and being here. All right, that's the. All right, we got something else. We got to get out. We got to get it out here. Go ahead.
Mr. Luby's my favorite teacher.
They all get A's in tomorrow's class there, Lube. Okay. All right, on Monday then. All right, that's it before everything goes totally off the rails here. That's it here from Lincoln High School. Back to you guys in the studio. This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Are you being bugged about your floral needs? The Leaning Lily, 927 South 9th, is a full-service florist with lots of great gift ideas like wind chimes, potted plants, hanging baskets, teddy bears, and much, much more. Convenient delivery available to residential, the hospital, and local funeral homes. The Leaning Lily has bouquets to say, I love you, to weddings to say, I do. The Leaning Lily, we have you covered.
Hey there, my name is Gibson and I would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students. That's our youth group at LifeSpring Church, which is just south of Northeastern on 27, and we meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. It's a great way to get to know more about God, meet some friends, as well as get to know about yourself some more as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun. We usually have some basketball and dodgeball, along with some other activities, and if you want to know more, check out lifespring.tv/students.
Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle, maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City. Welcome back to Knightline Live, and Rick, it was a good time with the cheerleaders.
Well, cheerleaders, in our experience, Jerry, ever since we've been doing these Knightline shows, when we have cheerleaders on, we have a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Because that's part of being a cheerleader. You got personality. You're an entertainer too. Okay,
That's right.
You're entertaining the crowd. You're firing up the crowd. You want to perform. And there's a certain personality that it takes to be a cheerleader, and they bring that personality to here on the set. And as you saw, they bring it whenever you're, doing, talking with them on video or interviewing or that type of thing.
And you can catch them Friday night, homecoming at football.
They'll be there, and tell them congratulations on their
absolutely
on their win. They're excited. I mean, again, they're working hard. They're getting it done. So congratulations to them. It's only been a short period of time since they've been doing this.
And speaking of football,
well, football. Here we go.
Football. Knights move to 4-0.
Yeah. Yep, and they're all TEC wins.
All TEC wins, so they sit atop the TEC board with Centerville, I believe.
Centerville's up there. They're
the only
of
the other undefeated teams.
Yeah, so it's now the Knights. Since we've last been here, okay, they had an easy game at Lincoln. Lincoln's undermanned at this point, and you feel sorry for them, and you want to see them be. I'm one to want games to be competitive every single week. Okay?
Correct.
You see a dogfight going on all the time, and I that's preferable. Okay, no matter what you win or lose, you want to see games going on. The previous two games that we had against Winchester and Tri, those were competitive ball games.
Yes, very competitive.
And they're a lot of fun. And I think you get to be a better team on those types of games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you get to be better.
No disrespect to Lincoln. Those kids are out there battling. They're out. Hey, they showed up. They played. They came out and gave it 100%. All right, so congratulations to them. It's just when you don't have enough numbers on a small school, it's difficult.
Football's a number game.
It is.
It's simple. It's simple as that. It's a numbers game. And also, I want to bring out that the JV.
Boy, they're knocking it down, aren't
beat
they?
Richmond, I think 34-0 Monday night here.
Well, they're also undefeated, so the future looks bright. We got a team here right now in this football team, very competitive. You always wondered what was going to go on because a lot of talent was graduated last year at very important positions.
Yes.
Quarterback and running back, wide receivers. You had a lot of talent, but you know what? A lot of talent came back too. So
absolutely, I'll tell you, if you haven't gotten out to a game, you need to get out to a game because it's a fun atmosphere.
Oh, it's great.
Friday Night Lights, you can't beat it.
It's a tradition, and the weather's great. The weather's supposed to be great this weekend. Come on out, Union City. Now Union City hasn't won a game, but they always play us tough. Right? So it would expect the same thing. They're going to play us tough. So come on out and be at the game. Cheer the guys on. Because they deserve your support. If all goes well on Friday night, which we expect it to, okay, then you're looking at probably Centerville and Northeastern the following week
at Centerville.
At Centerville, a couple of undefeated teams.
Yep, and that will be, as they say, for all the marbles.
For all the marbles. Now there are some teams like you look at Hagerstown. They've improved this year.
Absolutely.
So that could be a tough matchup. And we still got to play Shenandoah again this year, and they're always tough. So there's still a lot of football left to play, but we're at the halfway point now, Jerry. It's unbelievable.
It's crazy how quick it's going, and we'll also have you and Nate. We'll have the game. Be broadcasted game. That game will be tape delayed again. It will be coming on at like 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings if you want to watch the replay before college football starts. That way you get a full day of football, not just noon on. I mean a full day of football.
Might as well get it all day, right?
I can get your donuts and sit back and drink your coffee and watch football.
Yeah, and I think we have our internet issues squared away.
It appears that it was we got it fixed about halfway through the first quarter, And from there on, it was spot on.
Smooth sailing. So come out to the field. You can watch the replay later. It is homecoming, so that's a little extra incentive there. So you want to win your homecoming game. Union City, it's a Tri-Eastern Conference game, so come on out. After the game, Jerry, as is our custom, we talked with, we did have a player of the game that was Zane Snyder, so we talked with him. And we also talked, Wes is always great. Coach Wes Oler is always willing, win or lose.
Yeah.
He's there, and he's willing to chat with us. So we're going to go to that. Then we're going to come back and go to some commercials, and then you and I come back and just kind of wrap things up. All right, you're watching Knightline, and we're live. We're here at Lincoln High School where the Knights just defeated the Lincoln Golden Eagles in a key TEC matchup. I'm here with the Subway player of the game. Subway with 3 locations in Richmond and 1 in Hagerstown. There's a Subway sandwich shop near you. Subway, eat fresh. And this is Zane Snyder. Zane, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys came over here. Obviously, they didn't have a lot of players on their side of the field. You kind of knew what to expect, and you took care of business. So tell me what happened.
Really, our line just took care of business. I had plenty of lead blockers when I was running, so really I just ran the ball.
Yep, you got a lot of your guys got to play out there, so it's good to see everybody get some action out there. So now we're 4-0. All right, that's where you want to be. We got some big games coming up. Homecoming next week, I believe. Union City at home, and we will have that on the Knights Broadcasting Network, by the way, by tape delay. So, what are your thoughts as we go into that game?
I think it's a game that we shouldn't be messing around with. It's still a TC game. So I think we should be locked in for it too.
Yeah, you got to come up and you got to show up to play.
Yeah.
All right, Zane.
Like every Friday.
Exactly. So congratulations. We'll see you next week. And that's been Zane Snyder. He is our Subway player of the game. Back to you guys in the studio. All right, this is the First Financial Bank Coach's Comment. First Financial Bank in Richmond. Go see Beth Beatty if you need a new mortgage or you want to rewrite an existing mortgage. I'm here with Coach Wes Oler. Really, Wes, not much to say about this one. It was wrapped up in the first half, and you got to play a lot of players. So talk about this game right here.
Yeah, I was happy with our kids' execution in the first half. We wanted to have 0 penalties, 0 turnovers on the offensive side. We did that. They've got a couple nice players. They've got a freshman quarterback that's going to be really good. His mobility is his biggest strength right now, but he throws the ball pretty well too. And I was really impressed with number 2 Stuckey. They're both tough, good football players. But I thought we did a good job on defense of flying to the ball and containing those guys and keeping the shutout there till the very end. But really proud of our JV kids. When you can put your JV in and they keep moving the ball and scoring, it's a big testament to our program and our younger guys being ready to go in a situation like that.
All right, talk about you got a young quarterback, freshman. Fast, okay? So talk about that a little bit right there.
Yeah, Trent Deloney, he's wasn't a quarterback until we started summer camp, but we needed a JV quarterback, and we put him and Corbin Isaacs back there, and it's a pretty nasty duo there with running the ball. He's developing as a passer, and he's a great kid. He's learning fast, and he's pretty exciting to watch, especially when he gets in the open field.
Oh boy, he took off down the sideline a couple of times, and no one was going to catch him. So it's fun to watch, actually, when someone's got speed like that. All right, the road ahead. You got a home game next week. We will have that on the Knights Broadcasting Network on tape delay. So talk about next week, Union City. What do we got going on?
Union City's always well coached, always good defensively. They've got tough kids. I think their numbers are a little better this year. We saw them on film against Tri week 1, so it'll be a lot different team. We'll see, next Friday for homecoming. But Coach Malloy does a great job. Like I said, they've always got seems like they've always got a lot of linebackers that are good, and they're just tough kids. And so we've got to be ready. We've got to take it 1 week at a time still, and every week things get a little tougher and tougher. And it sounded like Centerville was beating Winchester tonight. So, but we can't look ahead in the schedule. We gotta take Union City in a week and try to get better every day in practice.
1 week at a time. All right, thanks, Wes. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week. That has been Wes Oler. This has been the First Financial Bank Coach's Comment.
You've had a hard day at work, and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits. The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scaretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scaretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scaretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, there's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline Live. And Rick, Saturday and Sunday, if you've never seen us or met us, you can catch Rick and myself at the Levi Coffin Days by the Lions Club. We'll be in the Lions Club booth, caddy corner from our executive producer, Blake Hampton's hangout, which is the fire station.
Be right across the street from the fire station, probably amongst the waffle. Whatever the elephant
I'll
ears.
probably pick up 10 pounds just smelling the waffle and elephant ears, all that. But anyway, we'll be over there. Stop in, say hello to us, and tell us if you that you like the shows and so forth.
Or
and,
even if you don't like it, tell us. You can tell us.
Yeah,
But
you can tell us that too.
be nice.
Yeah.
And buy a 50-50 ticket
Yeah.
because we'll be selling 50-50.
So stop out, see Rick, myself, will be emceeing both days. We'd love to see you. Rick, there's some other sports going on right now.
All right, well, let's go a synopsis. We haven't talked much about tennis because so far what we've been doing is seniors, okay?
Yeah.
And we're coming down to the end of that for the fall season. Tennis team is 7, but the statistics I have, 7-2 overall and 4-0 in the Tri-Eastern Conference.
That's
so
good.
They're off to a good start. You got Connor Burke, he's number 1 this year. Matt Truitt's number 2. Kenyon Johnting, who's the only senior, we'll have to, Kenyon, if you're watching, get a hold of us because we want to bring you on, okay, as a senior. So he's number 3, and the doubles teams, you got Caden White and Landon Scaretti, guys we know from other sports also,
Right. Yep.
and John Wallace and Hayden Shelfin. And so there's your tennis team. The girls golf team also off to a good start.
Yes, they are.
They're 12-4-1 overall, 4-0 in the conference. Now this is they might have had some matches, but this is the latest that I have. Lauren Lacey, we know Lauren around here. She's number 1, and it looks like Ava Bales And if you never met Ava, she's got a bubbly personality, okay? And she's a lot of fun. We talked to the seniors, Ella and Sadie, a couple weeks ago. We had them on, so get out there. Their sectional is right around the corner, the golf sectional.
And they've set some school records this year on the scores. So.
Yeah. So good luck to all those guys. We'll talk more as we get into the season about them. Sectionals are right around, really for everybody. I think tennis sectionals are end of the month or toward the end of the month.
I think the TEC golf tournament's this weekend.
Yeah, that would be in Knightstown. I think
it's in Knightstown.
They're going to go down to Knightstown. So if you get a chance, go out to do that. One of these days, Jerry, we're going to live stream it if we figure out how to do it.
We need more cameras.
Yeah, we need more cameras and more Pat Summerall.
That's right.
Other than that, hey, we got volleyball tomorrow night. Be in the gym and be loud, and cheer block be there. Same for Friday night. We got football. We're broadcasting all of it, and we'll look forward to it. Come out and support the Knights on those nights or at any sporting event or event. Okay, it doesn't have to be a sporting event. Come out and see any event that they're there and support the kids.
Well, Rick, this is the end of an era.
Yeah.
Blake Hampton this is his final production for Knightline. He'll be signing off with us, and
I think he signed a multi-year contract somewhere.
Yeah.
They're paying him big money.
People, it's all about money.
Yeah, I know it. Imagine that.
Yeah. And then I think we have a new person coming on, Kayla Hershey.
Kayla Kersey. Kayla, she's been with us since last year.
Yeah.
She run a lot of cameras for us. So Blake's showing her the ropes tonight. She's telling me, Jerry, and you know how computer phobic you and I are, okay?
Yeah.
Well, she's all ready to go. She's going to step right in next week, and we won't miss a beat. So next week will be Wednesday night again.
Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. And Rick, I think it's Good Night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
And for Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton, and